Hi, this is Kay with Cafe with another episode of the Conversations with NUSD podcast. In this episode, we talk to Shayla Allen, our social worker liaison, who will highlight some of the resources that we offer our families and students in need as we continue to recognize National Unhoused Youth Awareness Month. Hi, Shayla Allen. Thank you for joining us today. We are going to talk about the resources that we offer to families, but first and foremost, please introduce yourself.
So I am Shayla Allen, and I am the social worker liaison for Natomas Unified School District.
Before we started this discussion, we really wanted to celebrate the fact or bring awareness to the fact that November is Youth Unhoused Awareness Month. You tell me why this is so important.
It is going to bring awareness to our not only just our staff, our team, but also in the school, at our school sites, bringing awareness to these children who may, struggle financially. Maybe they are unhoused, maybe they're living in hotel motel, maybe they're living in a shelter. And basically what this is for is just to bring awareness to the schools and to our students to remember to be kind and show empathy, and also to let them know that there are resources available to them that we provide at our district to help these families and to support these families, and to let our students know that if they are one of our unhoused families, that they are not alone and that we are here to support them.
One of the things, events, activities that you're doing to build empathy is reading to some of our students. Tell us about that.
This year, I'm sharing a book called The Magic Blanket. It is such a wonderful book. The kids have really enjoyed it. It is about a boy and his mother who are unhoused, and the first night they sleep in the park, and then the next day they're walking looking for where they're going to sleep the next night. But the boy is noticing like where the birds live, and then they have a home, and that dog lives, or he has a home, and his mom always tells him like home is where you are loved. It's not just a roof over your head, but it's where you're with your family and the people that love you. And she tells him, I'll always love you. And then on the last night, they're in a shelter and the mom is crying, and the little boy leans over to his mom and says, Mom, I will, home is where you are loved and I will always love you. And so it's just a really good book to teach children that like the most important thing, that no matter what your living situation is like you have love from your family and the people around you that support you. So it's been a really cute experience for me to be able to share the book with all the little kids, and for them to have a discussion afterwards about being unhoused, and for them to share their experiences, right? And for them to share if they've ever had a family member that was unhoused and what that looks like and what that means, and the empathy and the love that still abides even in struggle. So it's been very touching, very heartwarming for me to be a part of this experience and to share this book with our kids, and to kind of get their take on being unhoused and experiencing homelessness.
This book is by Ginger Smith, if anyone's curious and would like to read it themselves. Homelessness is a reality that many, if not all, school districts face. And this is something that is very near and dear to you, because this is something our district takes on to ensure that every student is housed. Share some of the resources we have offered.
I love Natomas for this very reason, is because we are so dedicated to helping our families, not only our families who are experiencing homelessness, but also our foster youth. And so it is a collaborative effort that my team and I really come together, and we try to do things that we know are going to impact these families in a positive way, and they're going to be useful. We can have all these resources, but if they're not useful, people are not going to utilize them. And so we have in Natomas a clothing closet, and that clothing closet provides clothes, shoes, undergarment, hair care products, and not just hair care products, but like ethnic hair care products, socks, you name it, we have it. There's just unlimited amounts of access to laundry detergent, towels, blankets, phone chargers. I feel like we've thought of everything that we could think of that families may need to be supported. So we have our clothing closet. We have our Joey's Food Locker, so our families have access to food. We have partners with some of our grocery stores in the area that have provided gift cards to get groceries. We also have our turkey drive coming up this week. We just finished our coat drive for our families, for our children who are unhoused and who are foster youth. They were able to be provided a coat. We were able to, our foster family fall night where we hosted dinner for our foster families to come out and just have a night of just dinner and knowing the resources that we provide, who our community partners are. We had SCOE here. It was just a really warm evening to like celebrate our foster youth and let them know that we are a family and a district that aims to surround them and to provide them with the support they need, which is very passionate to me because I am all about tangible help. Like, I want to provide help that is tangible, that people can see and they can feel. And that way it's not like, oh, we're making all these promises. Oh, we can help you. And, you know, so many places do that, right? You get all this aid and you have all these opportunities, but it's like, it's so hard to grip. And so I'm working really hard to make sure Natomas is providing resources that our families can actually grip and utilize and use. And so now we're gearing up. After our turkey drive, we'll have our toy drive. We'll also be adopting families for Christmas, and making sure our families have what they need during the holiday time. So that's just what's this year, for the remainder of this year, the resources that we're going to be pulling out of our hats, working all kind of miracles. And then we also have started an initiative for attendance. For our families in our transitional housing, to increase attendance, to get these kids to school. We provide door-to-door busing for those families, but sometimes there's still barriers to getting their kids on the bus and to school. So we have started an attendance initiative for those children, and our first event was a free dinner if they had 95% good attendance and above. It was provided by Olive Garden in the area, in the Natomas area, and they were able to come down and enjoy a nice Olive Garden meal with their families. And so that initiative will continue. The next thing that we will do is the most improved attendance, and then they will receive whatever that prize is for that month. And going out of our way to recognize these families and these parents who are trying to improve their children's attendance. So we're thinking of everything to try to keep our families involved, to keep our kids involved, keep them busy, because we know education is important.
So for people who might want to help Natomas Unified, how can they get involved?
So we have a foster and unhoused resource hotline that is on our website. They can always contact that number, and someone is there to answer that phone, or they can leave a voicemail. Looking to have volunteer hours, maybe it could be at our Joyce Food Locker. That happens every Thursday from 4 to 5:30. We also need volunteers for like our toy drive, like donations for toys, and our clothing closet. We are always taking donations for our clothing closet. We are always looking for community partners to partner alongside us. I forgot a resource, which is our hair care resource. So I'll plug that in real quick. We have been able to secure a resource for our foster and unhoused families to receive haircuts and hair salon services from community partners in our area. It's been wonderful to be able to provide this service to our families, because something as small as a haircut goes a long way for our kids and their confidence and going to school. We also have just started a partnership with Discovery High School for a mentorship program for their cosmetology program, for our families who are foster and unhoused, so that they're able to go and get pampered if they want to get pampered, get taught about hair care, facials, nails, and just this whole salon service thing. But it's just a way for our own students to mentor other students who may be, struggling with being unhoused or being fostered. It's all about community with us, right? We're just trying to build that community. We're trying to make sure that we have things in place that are going to nurture our kids and our families so that they feel supported in our district.
And for students or families who may be experiencing homelessness and haven't reached out yet, how can they reach out to you or your department?
Yeah, so that we are located in the Welcome Center, and that's on Arena Boulevard. And then They can also reach us at our resource hotline.
So much, Shayla Allen, for your time and insight into many of the resources at Natomas Unified. Again, all that information may be found on our website. That's natomasunified.org. All right, that does it for us here. Thank you again. Bye. This podcast has been a production of the Natomas Unified School District. For all the latest NUSD news, visit natomasunified.org.